1944. A terraced house in Leeds, 6:20 in the morning. The kitchen is cold. A woman stands at the stone sink in a cotton housecoat, sleeves rolled to the elbows. She fills a basin with water from the tap. No hot water. Not at this hour. She splashes her face 12 times, counting under her breath. Then she reaches for a flannel, wrings it out, and presses it against her skin. She has not bought a skincare product in 4 years. The chemist has not had Ponds in stock since March. It does not matter. Everything she needs is already in this kitchen. Her skin is clear, soft, and 43 years old. Nobody believes her. These are 12 skincare secrets that were standard practice in British homes throughout the 1940s. Every one of them worked. Not one of them cost more than a few pence. And the beauty industry has spent the last 80 years making sure you never heard of them. Before we begin, do subscribe. You will not want to miss what is coming next. Number 12. The double cleanse with kitchen ingredients. Long before the beauty industry claimed to have invented double cleansing, women in the 1940s were already doing it. First, a thin layer of cold cream worked into the skin with the fingertips in small upward circles to dissolve the day's grime, tissued off with cotton wool. Then a wash with Pears soap and a soft flannel, working from the center of the face outward. Rinse with warm water, final rinse with cold, every night, without fail. Woman's Own ran the advice every spring. Today, the double cleanse is sold as a Korean beauty innovation. It is not. It is a 1940s British kitchen routine that somebody gave a new name. Number 11. The cucumber skin tonic. Women sliced a cucumber thin, placed the slices in a covered dish overnight, and used the liquid that collected at the bottom as a face tonic the next morning. Applied with cotton wool, it cooled the skin, tightened the pores, and reduced redness. A cucumber from the greengrocer cost 2p. The juice contained vitamin C and caffeic acid, both natural anti-inflammatories. Some women simmered the cucumber until pulpy, strained it through muslin, and bottled the juice. It kept for a week in the cold pantry. Today, cucumber extract appears in serums costing £30 or more. The cucumber still costs 40p. The markup is the only thing that changed. Number 10. The Lanolin hand treatment. Lanolin came from sheep's wool. It was sold at the chemist in small glass jars for 6p. Women rubbed it into their hands every night before bed, paying particular attention to the knuckles and the skin between the fingers. In houses where women were scrubbing and wringing from morning to night, the hands took the worst punishment. Some women covered their hands with cotton gloves after applying it and slept in them. By morning, the hands that had been raw the night before were soft again. Lanolin is the closest substance in nature to human sebum. The skin absorbs it as if it were its own. Today, it appears in hand creams costing £8. The jar from the chemist cost less than a loaf of bread. Number 9. The Glycerin night treatment. A small bottle of pure glycerin sat on the dressing table beside the cold cream. Women mixed a few drops with rose water or plain water on their fingertips and patted it into the skin before bed. Glycerin cost 4p from the chemist, and a bottle lasted months. It was a humectant. It drew moisture from the air into the skin and held it there all night. A few drops on the lips stopped them cracking. A few drops on the hands after washing up stopped them going rough. One ingredient, one bottle. No fragrance, no marketing. Glycerin appears in almost every modern moisturizer on the shelf today. The bottle from the chemist cost 4p. The moisturizer costs £12. The glycerin inside is the same. Number 8. The witch hazel compress. A bottle of witch hazel sat in almost every bathroom cabinet in Britain. Women soaked a cotton pad, pressed it against puffy eyes for 5 minutes, and the swelling went down. A bottle cost 4p from the chemist and lasted months. Witch hazel is a natural astringent. It contracts the blood vessels beneath the skin and reduces inflammation without drying the surface. Women used it after crying, after a bad night's sleep, after a long shift at the factory. 2 cotton pads, 5 minutes, and the eyes looked rested again. Today, eye depuffing patches cost £12 for a box of 10. They contain witch hazel. The bottle still costs under £2. Nobody tells you that. Number 7. The facial massage every night. It was not enough to apply cream. You had to work it in. Woman's Own advised 10 minutes of facial massage twice a day. Small circles on the forehead, upward strokes along the jaw, gentle tapping under the eyes with the ring finger. Always upward, never pulling down. The cream was the vehicle. The massage was the treatment. It increased circulation, brought blood to the surface, and gave the skin a warmth that no foundation could fake. The ring finger was used around the eyes because it applies the least pressure. That is not something they read in a magazine. That is something their mothers told them. Today, facial massage tools made of jade sell for £25. The ring finger is free. It always was. Number 6. The Calamine lotion face treatment. Calamine lotion was not just for sunburn and chickenpox. Women dabbed it on their faces as an overnight treatment for oily skin and enlarged pores. A bottle cost 3p from the chemist. The zinc oxide absorbed excess oil and calmed inflammation. Applied with cotton wool before bed, it dried to a pale pink film on the skin. You looked frightening. The children screamed if they saw you. But in the morning, the skin underneath was calm, matte, and noticeably smoother. The same active ingredient now appears in pore-minimizing primers that cost £15. The bottle of Calamine is still on the shelf at Boots. It still costs less than a cup of tea. Number 5. The Rainwater rinse. Every garden had a water butt, a barrel sitting beneath the guttering, collecting rainwater from the roof. Women used this water to wash their faces because it was softer than the water from the tap. British tap water was hard, full of calcium and lime that left the skin feeling tight and dry. Rainwater had none of that. It rinsed clean and left the skin feeling like it had been washed in silk. Women kept a jug of rainwater on the kitchen windowsill. They splashed it over their faces after washing with soap, or used it to mix with rose water for their toner. The water was free. It fell from the sky. Today, micellar water is sold as a gentle alternative to tap water for sensitive skin. A bottle costs £6. The rain still falls for nothing. Number 4. The Beeswax and almond oil balm. Women made their own face balm at home. A tablespoon of grated beeswax melted in a saucepan with 2 tablespoons of sweet almond oil. A splash of rose water stirred in as it cooled. Poured into a clean jar and left to set. 3 ingredients, 5 minutes. A face cream that lasted a month and worked better than anything in a department store. The beeswax sealed moisture in. The almond oil softened and nourished. The rose water calmed redness. She made it every few weeks the same way her mother had. Today, a 3-ingredient face balm costs £18 in a health food shop. The ingredients cost £1.50. The recipe has not changed in 200 years. The profit margin has. Number 3. The tea bag compress for tired eyes. After making the morning pot of tea, women saved the used tea bags. They let them cool, pressed one gently against each closed eye, and sat still for 10 minutes. The tannins reduced puffiness. The caffeine constricted the blood vessels and faded dark circles. 2 used tea bags from the morning pot. Cost nothing. A woman who had been up since 5 with the baby could sit at the kitchen table for 10 minutes with 2 tea bags on her eyes and face the world looking like she had slept 8 hours. The under-eye treatment market is now worth over £1 billion globally. The tea bag is still in the pot. It is still free. Number 2. The zinc oxide powder shield. Before leaving the house in winter, women dusted a fine layer of zinc oxide powder across their cheeks and nose. It formed an invisible barrier between the skin and the cold, the wind and the soot. A tin cost 3p from the chemist and lasted the whole season. The zinc oxide sat on the surface without clogging the pores. It reflected the sun's rays in summer and blocked the bite of the wind in January. Women who worked outdoors swore by it. Their skin stayed smooth, while women who went without cracked and reddened by November. Zinc oxide is the same active ingredient in modern mineral sunscreens that cost £15 a tube. The chemists who sold it in 1944 knew exactly what it did. The industry repackaged it, gave it a new name, and charged 10 times the price. Number 1. Sleep as skincare. The most powerful skincare secret of the 1940s was not a product. It was a habit. Women went to bed early, not because they wanted to, because there was no choice. The blackout curtains were drawn by dusk. The wireless went silent after the 9 o'clock news. There was no screen to scroll, no feed to refresh, no notification to check. The house went dark, and the body followed. 8 hours of sleep in a cold, dark room. Collagen production peaked between 10 at night and 2 in the morning. No serum in the world can replicate what 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep does to the human face. Women in the 1940s did not call it a skincare routine. They called it going to bed. And their skin at 60 showed the difference. 12 secrets. Not one of them needed a dermatologist, an influencer, or a monthly subscription box. They needed a flannel, a cucumber, a jar of beeswax, and the belief that a woman already had everything she needed. Most of it was already in her kitchen. These women were not behind. They were ahead. They solved every problem we are now paying £50 a month to solve. And they did it before the kettle boiled. And somewhere right now, a granddaughter is sitting at a kitchen table watching her nan press a cool flannel against her face. The basin is full. The water is cold. And without a word, the lesson begins again. If you want more forgotten wisdom from the generations who came before us,